Hi, everybody. Um, I came by to say hello, and I'm sorry I didn't knock first. I just walked into y'all's house. But I this is a journal I've been working on for the last 11 years, and every once in a while I want to pick it back up and work on it some more. And by the time I do pick it up, I don't even know what the heck I've done, and so then I have to look at it like it's all new. But I guess I started this with this fabric on a book cover, and I made it into a like a traveler's type of binding, and I put these little grommets in there and stuff, and so it's got those three signatures in there. Which this first signature, I think I've about got it finished, but I put a lot of things, nature kind of things, like from the outdoors in here, and some of the pages have um, like I've got some laces and clusters and little drawings. These are all, I have to make some more of these tea dyed, coffee dyed papers. I like the way they turn out when I make them in my using my dehydrator, because it brings up that in the dehydrator has this kind of grid on it, and so I think it turns out pretty cool. And I have some stickers, awesome stickers, out of this book. Oh, I wonder if I have it where I can get it. Is this it? Yeah, the Bees, Birds, and Butterflies sticker anthology, and it has got the most awesome stickers in this book. All beads, birds, and butterflies. I love it. I just think they're awesome. And they're just all stickers. So I've put some of those stickers on through, and they're so real. They're so real looking, and so they are so cool. And like they even have, this is a whole page sticker, a whole page sticker. So there's a lot of things that you can do with these stickers. So I use some of these out of this book, and as you can tell, that book will last me for the rest of my life before I use all them stickers in there. And so then I have another one that's all kind of sea things, from the sea, and it's kind of cool too. Although I don't, not I like this one a lot better, but the sea one, I'm going to be using those stickers too. But I've got plans to how to use them without really being seaworthy. But anyhow, so I got lace on some of the page edges. Um, a lot of these digitals I got from the Digital Collage Club. They're the best digitals ever in there. and then and then for things in the pockets, I've got some old vintage postcards, and like this one's got a 1 cent stamp. Oh, 1909. I wish you many more happy birthdays with love from Susie. And so I just put some of those into this here, into the pockets. I'll probably put some more. This one's an old one too, and just stick it in there. But this was a lot of pages that I had just doodled on, and they were doodled on, and so then I took and dyed them. But you can see, like, here is a like a butterfly in this dyed paper. What I've done, see, I stamped with an ink stamp, not permanent tissue from a pattern, from a clothing pattern over that, and made that tag out of that. This here come out of the sticker book with the bees and the flower on the ink dyed page. And so there's so much you can do with when you're coffee dyeing. And I love and I'm going to do this more where I have um, where I have oh God, stamped the image on. This one I had some other stuff of it, different color, but when you use that dye that's not permanent, the ink that's not permanent, and ink and then stamp things on and then coffee dye it, it's amazing what happens. There's another vintage postcard, another stamp. I'm probably going to offer, I don't know when, but there's a Polska. Huh, that's a, this is one thing when you haven't looked at your things forever. That's another 1 cent stamp. 2000. I don't know what year this is because it says 1203. It must be 1903, but for some reason that 9 looks like a 2. But anyway, it's a birthday greetings card. And so that's one way to kind of, I may never sell it because I might just keep it forever. I don't know. Because I don't know if I'll ever finish it well enough to sell it. And like I said, a lot of these digitals came from the Collage Club, Digital Collage Club. Different kind of tags. And some of the pages I've got, some of the pages I have left, and I may just leave them because then there's room to journal. Another vintage postcard that I put in there. There's a bear. Pretty. Oh, this is one of the full page stickers. That's a sticker, whole page sticker. This centered signature, I did it with, God, I'm shaky today. I just don't know why. I have left it, I have left this center signature, I'm leaving like this. I made this one with cardstock, and it's just white cardstock, because now this can be somewhere where someone will want to do their own artwork on that signature. Now this signature, I don't have much done on this one at all. I have some lace. That looks so pretty how it just kind of waterfalls out like that. And there's more things I want to put in here too. And so when I get just different things, and like these pages, I've doodled on them first and then dyed them. I doodled on them with not plans to dye them, but then I had the doodles and so then I dyed them. And this is a pocket made from vellum. I love the pockets made from vellum. Those are pretty. Another vintage postcard is in there. And journaling spot. Some of these things I drew with a stencil, and I don't know if I even still have the stencil. I probably do somewhere. And then these, I stitched around those little things, but it's like an envelope with tags. And in these two envelopes, I don't have them even in their stationery yet. And so, and some of these I must have stitched this stuff on before I even put the pages together. But what I want to do, what I really want to show you here, and I'm getting to where on these pages I don't have a lot of things going on yet. And so but I want to show you what I'm doing. This is what I want to do on some of these pages, and then through the book too. Now, because see here, I got a bunch of pages that I haven't done anything really with yet. So, but what I'm doing now, let me see if I can make myself some space here. All right, you stay there, book. This is what today I've been doing this. Sometimes I just do things when I don't even know what I'm doing. And so I'm calling these Snippit Flips. Now, you all who know me know I just I scrap fabrics, scrap pieces of fabric, scraps of anything I use. Now, I'm making Snippit Flips, and the reason I call them Snippit Flips is because they are made with just snippets of fabric, and now that one I probably wouldn't put in this book, and maybe not that one either. Maybe this one I would. Maybe those two I would. Maybe this one I would. But what I've done, let me show you what I've done. Let me just show you what I've done. Now here, I put together fabrics, just scraps of fabric, and trims. There's lace, there's rickrack, scraps of different fabrics, and then on the back, I sew onto the back one strip of paper. The strip of paper is made so that, like, whoever gets them, because I am going to put some of these in my next sale. And so what they are for is when you get them, there's a strip of paper, and so on there you can put the glue. You can put your glue, whatever kind of glue, or double-sided tape, or whatever. And then when you're in your page, you can put, that'll glue right there on your page in your junk journal. And then it flips. You can flip it up, but it's glued in there. So that's why I call it a snippet flip. A snippet flip. Yeah. Somebody else might have done it before, but I've never heard of it. And then I thought, then that's some way, because I always think it's fun when you're turning the pages of a junk journal. It's always fun to come up with something different that you haven't seen in every journal everywhere. And so I wouldn't put a whole lot of these in here because then you would really get it thick. This one I put the strip of paper on the long side. Let's see if I got one on this side. This one flips from the top. This one's so cute. I just love her. Maybe she should be in here too. She flips up she flips upward. And she's pretty. Maybe she'll be the farm mama or something. Just because she's all fancy doesn't mean she can't go out into the wilderness. So I'm going to put her in here too, because she's just beautiful. And so I'll put her in there too. So then I just glue that right there. See, and then it just turns out she's just exactly the right size for the page, and it flips up so you have room underneath all those, dang, these fruit flies. All these, let me see, this one here, let me just show you some of them. This one here goes from the side, so this one would go like on that side and flip this way. This one's just a small one. That one would flip upward because paper is here. This gives you an idea too of some things that you can do with your little fabric pieces that you have just in your stash that you don't. And I mean the tiniest of pieces you can put on here. This is a flip up one. This is with pleated fabric. And it flips up, and it's just, there's some lace flowers, some a piece of satin lace on there. That one's pretty. That one really would match this book. Not that I'm doing all this matchy stuff, but there's a piece of ribbon. I had just got that little Americana ribbon from Mary. That's so pretty. And like here, I've even cut a piece of this fabric that's part of the selvage edge on there. But when you put them all together like that, it just, I think it's beautiful. It just shows the beautiful things you can get out of literally stuff that you would normally just throw away. Okay, this one here's on this outside. There's my paper strip for that one. And so I'm going to glue this one in. And like I say, I wouldn't probably put a lot of these in because they would really, really make the book thick. And see, I want to put other stuff in here too. But I may have this ready to go on my sale. And I think, and I have to apologize, as I have Ray and I have missed the last two Wednesdays of Hump Day. This Wednesday coming up, we're not going to miss that day. One or the other of us is going to go on, and hopefully both of us. But Ray has been sick. I've been just down. Anybody who knows anything about depression knows that the days, you never really know what days are going to be like. And so, but see, then this flips up, but it's glued in because it'd be kind of hard to glue the fabric in. Not really hard if you use like fabric tack, but having that piece of paper sewn on there, you've got something where that glue will just stick right away. And so then let's see. This one here, I put that one goes on the edge this way too. You can put it on the edge even out this way to where when the book closes it kind of pokes out. You could do that too. Maybe I will do that. Will I do that? Sure. Because I love having the fringe look outside of the pages. I am going to do that. I'm going to put that one right in like in there. So it's glued to the center. And so it still has that little peekaboo place underneath. And then the edge of it just will poke out. That's kind of cool. Let's see, what else have I got here? Do I have any? Oh, there's a couple of them I've made. I think that's all I have with the paper. Oh no, there is a couple more. This one's got paper. Oh, these are my ladies. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to put in this right now because I need to save space. I want to get more fluff out the top too. I got a lot of fluff out the side, and I think that's beautiful. But anyway, where can I put that book where I don't lay it on my mouse? So what I'm doing with these now, see, I've made some that are bigger. This is bigger. This one I don't. Oh yeah, I do have paper on that one already. But like this one here, I just cut that heart shape out of just some fabric, and that kind of. Some of them have like a little what do you call it? Little focal point on them. They don't all have a focal point. You don't have to have a focal point on them. But I love the ladies. I just love the ladies, and they get to get a little focal point. Make a little focal point, and that is so pretty. Now that on the edge of a page, and it would go like this one. This one would flip up on a page. And so I'm going to continue making these throughout, you know, until I do. I think my sale will be on Thursday. I can't promise Thursday, but hopefully. And a lot of these I might still add something else. There's one of my little ladies on this one. This one here, this one's pretty long. And I didn't put any paper on the back of this one yet. And I don't know if I want to do something else to this first. That's pretty. Here's my sewing lady. And she's kind of long in there too. Now, see, the thing is, if this was to go in a journal, and like if I had the tape, the paper right here, and you glue that in on a page, and this is too long, you could flip her over like this, and then still close the book, and she would still work too. I love my ladies. I already told you that. And then this one here, look at there. She says believe, and so she's pretty. And then here, this one's a little lady too. So cute. The paper to glue. But what I do, oh my poor Oliver. I usually start with I always start. I've been on all of them I've made have started with a piece that is of a shape, you know, a straight shape. It's not oddball. Now this is an odd shape, but it can go on the straight shape. And then I'll take like pieces, like I think these are all like back. See there, I thought that one might look good there. This one says surrender. And these are all, look at how pretty. I love these with the black background. They're gorgeous. And so, but what I do with them then is I have, well, next to my sewing machine, I've got a whole bin full of just, there's a piece of paper, just scraps of fabric. And so, and it doesn't, see, that's there where I cut that heart out of that piece. But after I cut the heart out of that piece, then I can just use a piece then. I can just take that piece and put it right here. See, it doesn't even matter what shape it is or anything. This is a piece of dotted Swiss. Well, I don't have much. I don't think that's the only piece of dotted Swiss I have in my whole life right there. Not something I see very often, but maybe we would put that over here, and then maybe I would take a piece of this pretty fabric, and or maybe that would be enough, and then I would put her down in the center, and then I would go all the way around, like you can see on this one. I went all the way around that piece with the zigzag. You can see on the back how that's where I went around with the zigzag stitch. And when I put her first on, then that's going to hold on that red piece and that yellow piece. And then I'll go around the whole edge, and I'll go around a couple of times with the sewing machine. And then I might add to it a little piece of trim of some kind, because see now here, like I put the rickrack, and here I put a little piece of a doily and a little butterfly. Those are all afterthoughts, you know. And this one too. This one has no focal point. Up here, I think I might put like sew on a yo-yo up here, or you just never know what you might come up with. And then I have that little piece of paper that I can sew right up on the back. After it's all done, that's when I put that paper on. And after I think I'm finished with it, then I put that paper piece on. But I have a lot of really, really pretty little small pieces of fabric, and if I just layer them like this and then first go around with the zigzag and kind of applique that on there, then everything, and then the whole edge is just rough. It's just raw edge. You don't need to have that all hemmed and stuff. That's not important. And so, but I'm going to have some of these little ladies too. I bought some fabric of the little ladies, and I'm going to cut them apart. Let's see if I have them right here. Oh yeah, here. This is some of my little ladies. These ones are different. About a whole yard of that fabric, and it's in it. This fabric is much more than you want to spend money on. I can't remember. It was like $12.50 for a yard, and but when you start cutting out each of the little ladies, this is all a sewing theme. So there's a lot of sewing things. So like probably when I cut out, like for instance, if I cut this girl out here, I'll probably cut her around here and maybe I'll go around here and get this spool of thread with her or something like that. It'll be fun cutting these out. And then that makes like little appliques. But I think these girls are just beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at this one here with all her spool threads on her dress. I love it. Okay, now. And then I have also some of the, from the same fabric designer. I have, these are the vegetable ladies. Oh my God, I'm going to have these too. I'm going to be taking these apart. But I'm going to cut these, just each little tiny panel here. And there's so much that you could probably do with these. They're just beautiful. And so, and I'm going to have those available as well. And so they're gorgeous. So I'm going to be working on that before Thursday so I get them ready to go. And if you want, this is, if you want to look up this fabric, these are low, let me see if I have a, let me tell, oh here. Laura Lee Harris for Laura Lee Designs. And if you look that up, that's where you'll be able, and her fabrics though, like she may have this one available for a short while and then you can't find it anymore because she'll come up with more. And so, but this was the Fresh Picked Follies panel by Laura Lee Harris for Laura Lee Designs. Loralie. And you'll see there where you can, if you want to buy them by the yard, but you might not do enough to use a whole yard or a whole, this one sells by the panel, and so you might not use enough. And so when I'm going to sell just the pieces, then I'll have my own, plus I'll have some that I can sell. And so anyway, and I'm glad I can do that. That's the way I kind of fund my channel, is by being able to do that. Let me get a drink. Okay, look at this little book. This little book was sent to me some time ago, and but it didn't have. I'm now starting to actually put things in the pages. They're so cute. And then I wanted to make one, and I didn't have this one in front of me when I made this one, and this one really came out even smaller. But I wanted to make inchies. I want to make inchies, but I want to make a book just for the inchies. And so here is my first inchie I made. I glued it into the front cover. And then all of the pages are, there's so three signatures sewed in, and I used, it's all some Orient print from in the Orient on the pages, but they are just the perfect size to glue an inchy on, inch by inch. You know, a little inch. So cute, just for fun. Which then that one makes this one look big. Which I could put inchies on this one too, and which I may put inchies, but I'm not sure what all I'll put on this one. This one's made a lot sturdier than the one I made, but it's my little miniature library there. And then I like the little books. This little book was made by Samantha, and then I started just putting in. She stapled her pages in there, and I just started making a junk journal out of that. Just putting in. See how you can put your tea bag tea thing in there, and so a lot of these little things she gave me too, and I'm putting them in the book. And so, and of course my chickens. A lot of pages that I just find in magazines and I print them out. Just make a little junk journal. When you make something small like this, it's just fun. I mean, it's just fun. And those are just little things that you get off of the envelopes in your junk mail. There's some more chickens, silkies, Japanese silkies. I swear I didn't eat this Reese cup. Maybe I did, I don't know. But then I put that in there. And wonder what I did with my other. Got little bunnies. It's a little fish. Some more little fish. Those come out of that one sticker book. A little dog. And then I'm doing another little book too. I wonder if I have it where I can even find it. It's funny how I lose things when I'm so organized, but I lose things. I am not organized. That was a lie. I get away with lying though a lot, I guess. Well, I don't see it now, so I can't show it to you because it's missing an action. And but I've been doing my coloring, my reverse coloring, really, really, really addicted to that. And then I took this one page and this one I just slapped some watercolor on there, and then I just started doing the reverse coloring. I haven't got far on that one. Oh, here's my little book. This is what I do too. Whoops, that come out. This was a little book I got in the mail from my doctor's office. But I'm putting colors in this one. When I go through magazines or something, I just cut things out, and like I'll glue these in here. And see, this is my blue page. This is my green page, and now I have more greens to go on there. As I'm cutting things out, I put more. I just keep sticking them in my book here, and then I'll glue them. There's my red page. This is a fun something to do too when you're, and it's not for any reason. It's your therapy. See, this one's purple. I don't have as much purple. Gosh, I gotta find more purple going through magazines. Just going through magazines. Oh, this was a note from Mary. And she sent me and it was on pink paper, so it goes on my pink page. Let's see, I got more pink things. Yellow. How come I'm not finding yellow? I can't believe I'm not finding yellow. Black and white. I have nothing. I thought I had something in there for. I thought I had a black dustpan in there. And there's the orange page. Little helpers. Like little words too. This one's all teal. So, little teal page. Oh, there's. Oh. Well, what the heck color is this supposed to be? Oh, white. That was just white. Okay, then this other page over here, black and white. Okay, that you belong on that page. Okay, and this is my brown. This is my brown page. And so as I find more brown things, I'll put them in there. Like, I don't know who ate them M&Ms. Oh, good grief. And then this is my rainbow page. So when I find things that are just a whole bunch of colors together, that's pretty, that's going to go on my rainbow page. And this one I don't have anything for that page yet. But that's fun. Richard Phillips is my husband. I don't know why I put that on there. I just did. And like I say, I have no rhyme nor reason for anything I do. I just do it. I just do it. And so that's what you need to do with life is just do it. Look at this little picture I found. I went to a yard sale. I went to a yard sale, and this was at the yard sale for 50 cents. Well, it was only 25 cents because we were at the yard sale so late that whatever you bought, everything got cut in half in price. So this original price was 50 cents, but so I only give 25. But it's so cute, but it says, "I'm a left-handed pitcher made specially for you. I'm quite original and practical too. A softball pitcher to bring good cheer with luck and happiness for many a year." And my grandson is left-handed. And we were just talking when he was here the other night. We were talking about left-handers. And then I found that left-hand pitcher, and I thought that I don't know if he'll even want it. He may not want it, but if he doesn't want it, then I know somebody else that's left-handed that would enjoy this. And so, and I don't know what you could do. You could what he would do with it. He's 14 years old. I don't know what he would do with it, but because it said left-handed, I got that. I'm going to show you something else I got too. Do you see these little? And I bought these not knowing. I just bought these because I knew I couldn't leave them. This is wood. These are wood pieces. Let's see, I have a couple here that I kind of dyed the wood. Oh, here they are. See, I took a couple that I dyed the wood with just some ink sprays. And this one was blue, but it kind of looks blue, but not real blue. This one was more of a mahogany looking something. But there is so many, and there's different sizes in here, but they're all real flat on one side. Real flat. I thought these would make like jewelry pendants if you drill a hole at the top here, or even just put a bail on it, or and then I thought about using like napkins, like if you use a napkin and you just attach an image from a napkin on here and just Mod Podge it on there. Well, I don't use Mod Podge, but I just call it all Mod Podge. Mod Podge that on there, and then use like this here. I have this gloss varnish, which I use. That's what I put on the fronts of these just to gloss that front, just because I'm playing with. So I got 3 of these bags full like this. So these I thought too, I might have some of these available too, because I bought more than I bought all that they had there. It was just 3 bags full. And so maybe I'll make a bag of maybe 4 or 5 in a bag and have those at my sale too. I try to find things that, for my sale, I try to find things that are different. And I try to come up with, like my little Snippit Flips. I just, something that's different. And now a lot of people make snippet rolls or snippet different things, but these ones, just a snippet flip. That's just what I'm calling them. And so, and it's probably other people have made them too. And I'm just the last one to the party. Let's see if I can find something to read here for y'all before the day is done. And I'm going to look at the Chicken Soup for the Soul, Angels Among Us. Oh, look at there, my stickers. Okay. Oh, I read that one. And this is all about angels. And so I'm going to find a short one here. Unless you want to spend the night with me, then I'd find a long one. I do like reading, and I like reading to other people. I wish my grandchildren wanted me to read more to them, but they're just not really into listening to me read. So, what the heck? I'm going to read on this one here. Um, let's see. On the wings of a dove. On the wings of a snow white dove. Okay, let's read that one. So you can turn off the show now if you don't want to listen, but it's okay if you do. Remember, angels are both God's messengers and God's message. Witness. Witness to eternity and time, to the presence of divine amidst the ordinary. Every moment of every day is riddled by their traces. And that was written by E. Forster Church. Follow me, but be quiet, my mother instructed as she woke me up from sleep. Still disoriented from the early morning hours, I followed Mom into her bedroom without question. She stopped at her window and pointed toward the hedge that stood within arm's reach of the house. Mother worshipped nature. She found beauty in the curve of a leaf or in the way a raindrop glistened off a blade of grass as the sun set. She often pointed out such sights to me. But what wakened me to look at a bush? Really? It was barely sun-up. I harumphed and started to shuffle back to the coziness of my bed. Mom caught my arm and pulled me back. Look, she whispered, a dove. And there it sat, a beautiful, plump, pure white dove, like none I had ever seen before. The sight of it was truly awe-inspiring. Wow, I said, cool. This dove has been sitting here and crying since sunrise. Did you hear it? Mom asked. Actually, I had heard crying come from the direction of Mom's bedroom. In fact, during the past few weeks, such sounds were almost a nightly event. My grandmother, Oma, elderly and ill, had taken another poor turn. My mother had recently received word that Oma had been readmitted to the hospital. Earlier that summer, my mother had been called to Oma's side when she experienced another health crisis. Mom had been struggling with the question of whether to visit her mother again. The trip was long, 24 hours door to door, and I knew Mom had been hemming and hawing about the decision for days. She wanted to be with her mother as she made her transition, yet questioned whether it was the right time. Deep inside, too, she hoped that Oma would somehow rally again. Mom and I gazed at the dove. He sat peacefully for a long while, watching us back with his dark round eyes. Then quietly, calmly, he lifted from the hedge and flew away. Mom and I looked at each other, shrugged our shoulders, then silently made our way to the kitchen for a mind-clearing cup of tea. As my mother poured the water, I spoke first. That was weird. No, she said, that was a message. A message? What kind of message? Mom answered soberly. That dove came to tell me that Oma is gone. Oh, come on, I'm sure she's fine, I answered quickly. Besides, that kind of stuff doesn't really happen. Oh, yes, it does, my mother insisted. Yes, it does. I just blinked and took another sip of tea. It was too early in the morning to try to figure any of this out. I decided a dove was a dove, and that was all. I sat a bit longer and then returned to my bedroom to get more sleep. No sooner had I closed the door when I heard the phone ring. I stood frozen as I overheard the news. Oma had passed away that morning peacefully. I had never given much credence to Sunday school fluff about angels being sent from heaven to alter situations or to offer comfort. To me, the whole notion of a well-timed visit from a white-feathered presence seemed nothing more than a convenient fairy tale. Until then, that morning, thanks to a visit from a dove, I witnessed my mother's grief transform into a calm acceptance of the inevitable, and I felt the same peace within me. Oma's struggle was over. She had moved on peacefully, just as the dove had, just as we would. And that was written by Monica A. Anderman. And that's just the way it is. Angels among us. That one was in the form of a dove. Could be a butterfly, could be a cardinal, could be a dragonfly. You never know what it could be. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you healthy and happy and humble, keep you safe and secure. And I will see you on the next video. God bless and keep you all. And let's again look for the mouse. Again, we're looking for the mouse. And we are still looking for the mouse. Do y'all see a purple mouse anywhere? See how I pile things up? Did I put this on top of the purple mouse? Oh, good night noise. Where did I see all the stuff that I just piled up right here? I must have, oh, here it is. I put it way over there so I wouldn't put anything on it. Okay, there's my mouse. Okay, God bless you all.